Thank you for coming today. Today I want to talk to you about why you should not smoke or why you should quit smoking. Today, everybody knows that people should not smoke, but we do it anyways. So, why do we smoke? They stay out of habit, nerves. You get into it when you're younger and you can't quit. It's a hard habit. What are some of the reasons you should not smoke? Of course, lung cancer. The smell, the taste, all these things always add up, and of course your family. You don't want things to go and be redone in their lives just as you've done it. You don't want your children to reap the same habits you have. And as you can tell on our first slide here, this is one of the things that can happen when you smoke. And people think that when you smoke it's from tar. It's not from tar. It's actually from cancer. You can smoke and your lungs won't look like this unless you get cancer. There are people that have been cut open and from asbestos and other diseases, and their lungs look just like this. And unless you run special tests, you will not know what type or what actually killed that person, what type of cancer. But the only way it looks like that is through cancer. I mean, any other way, it's going to look just like this. If you don't have cancer and you smoke your whole life, they're going to look normal. The only bad thing about smoking, though, is you're always out of breath. You feel tired. It smells. And of course, when you come into your house, you think it's clean, but I've been in places where actually tar, or nicotine I should say, it looks like tar, because it's so black, they're stood on the walls, they're stood on the ceilings, and unless someone comes in and cleans your house, you'll never know, because you're smoking, you're used to it. And you don't get used to it just because you're always there. You get used to it because it's everywhere. It's in your car, it's on your clothes, it's with you everywhere you go, at work. And that's another thing. Whenever you have secondhand smoke, you don't want anybody else to smell it, because it's also known that you can have secondhand smoke and they can get cancer just as much. Actually, it's also known that 443 U.S. citizens die each year from lung cancer, from smoking. That doesn't include all the other diseases. From smoking. Actually, it says about 129,000 actually die from actual smoking. But of course, lung cancer also comes from other things, as you can tell, from smoking, but not just smoking. They can also cause strokes, other types of cancers, and chronic and pulmonary diseases. These also can all come from smoking. So, not just lung cancer, but other things as well. So, with family in mind, you also want to remind yourself as you're smoking, do you really want to pass this on to your children or your nephews or your nieces? Do you want them to have this in their lives, the smell, the taste? People don't realize it, but I have talked to elderly people that smoke their whole life, and their taste buds. For some reason, it messes up elderly taste buds sometimes. Maybe not everybody, but I have had heard of that experience. So just keep your family in mind whenever you're smoking, and everybody else. Thank you for coming.